This man opened a seafood restaurant while looking like a final boss. And somehow a merman still fell for him.
The upstanding establishment you see here is the SUS Shack. SUS stands for Sensational Urban Seafood. And this is the place I work as a proud owner and chef. A platter of sea-based sashimi, just as you ordered. Please enjoy. This one put up a real fight before I gutted it.
The customers are so scared.
Recently, however, business has been slow. It appears people think I'm some kind of mobster. Did the dragon tattoo scare them away?
Honestly, looking at him, it's not that hard to see why. Tall, intimidating face. And of course, the dragon tattoo on his neck. Why would you open a restaurant looking like you just walked out of a gangster movie?
Is it because I look too intimidating?
And he's actually trying to smile right now. That's the scary part.
Or is it the way I talk? I will slice that up real nice for you.
Can I cancel the order?
Yeah. That smile just cost him a customer.
It's probably all those things. Luckily, I've managed to stay afloat. Thanks to a few customers who don't put much store into rumors. Here you are. Large halibut platter.
Thanks.
He genuinely thinks he's being friendly right now. That's the problem.
Can he eat all that by himself? Maybe he's waiting for a friend. Unfortunately, not all customers are as nice. Welcome to the SUS.
One small seafood stew, and make it fast.
One small seafood stew, coming right up.
A bottle of soju, too.
Of course. I'll be right back with your soju. Drunk scumbags are the worst. I guess they're too drunk to care if I look like a mobster. They're gonna be trouble after ordering the cheapest thing on the menu. Great, now they're singing their heads off. He better not break my bowl drumming like that.
And just like that, peace is gone. At this point, he's just trying not to lose it.
I couldn't afford to put a stop to this nonsense before, but damn it, I can't take it anymore. Excuse me. You're disturbing the other customers. Would you mind keeping it down?
What gives? You can't tell me what to do. This how you treat patrons in this joint.
Calm down, sir. I've been nothing but polite to you.
Calm down? You come glaring at me like that and expect me to calm down? Come back and ask me again when you've learned some manners, you punk.
What? But I didn't.
This is the funny part. He's trying to look polite. But his face is doing the exact opposite. Wrong job, wrong face, wrong timing.
He's scared, can't you tell? Probably afraid of getting beaten up. You think you're so tough, don't you?
Sir, I'm not trying to start trouble.
I'll teach you. How dare you look down on me?
He's really gonna do it.
Hey, mister. Lighten up a little. You weren't really gonna hurt the nice man here, were you? Resorting to violence could land you in big trouble.
And here comes the salvation. The kind that completely changes the energy in the room without even raising his voice.
How can someone's grip be this strong? Damn it. I've lost my appetite. Let's just get out of here.
Thank you for stepping in.
No worries. I'm glad I could help. I thought you were the mobster, but it's jerks like those who are the real mobsters, huh?
Funny thing is, everyone thinks he's the dangerous one. He's basically used to it at this point.
Well, I'm gonna get back to my dinner now. It'd be a shame not to. Your sashimi is just too good.
Oh. Is there anything else I can get you today? Just say the word. I want to express my gratitude somehow.
You know, the mob could use someone like you.
The SUS shack closed for the day.
Wow. Sashimi wasn't the only good thing on the menu, huh?
This is for you for earlier. Please, have as much as you like. That guy comes in here pretty often. He's always been belligerent. I guess it's only natural, considering how I look. The only customers I get are either afraid of me, or trying to pick a fight. But I thought he was really gonna hit me this time. That's why I feel even more grateful to you.
Ow, that's hot.
Are you alright? Careful.
I'm fine. That's weird. His touch doesn't feel so bad. Never mind. I'm alright, really. More than that, I think I've had more than my fair share for helping you. So I'd like to give you something, too.
You really don't have to.
It's nothing big, I promise. Can I have your number?
And just like that, he goes straight for the phone number. No hesitation at all. The next day, the gift turned out to be a ticket to the aquarium.
I can't remember the last time I've been to an aquarium. And alone, no less. I'll just deliver this and be on my way. Can't say I've ever been interested in coming to places like this. So where is this show he was talking about? I was floored that day. And maybe that's why I got so ahead of myself. Because when I saw that stranger again, I knew I'd fallen for him.
He fell in love faster than a lightning. Mer people. Not only are they able to live underwater, they can also live above it. They're a rare race of people, but they do exist. Some are even famous. Like that Merman singer. And that actress with the waterproof makeup brand. They're the exception though. Most mer people prefer to keep a low profile. So in this world, mer people aren't myths. They're just rare enough to feel like celebrities or rumors depending on who you ask. And like most different groups and stories like this, not everyone treats them fairly.
Hey, is it true mer people don't even pay taxes?
What? Haha. Of course they do, you idiot.
Yeah. This is that casual discrimination that people don't even realize they're doing. Said like a joke. But it's not really a joke. Because there are a lot of people who consider them as different.
Oh. When did all these people get here? Are they all here to see the underwater show? This is a pretty big crowd. But he looks totally confident. He's amazing. He's beautiful. Especially up so close.
And here we go. This is where admiration starts turning into obsession without even realizing it yet.
Wait. Is he trying to tell me something?
Ha! Look down.
Oh. I didn't know I dropped it. He's already gone. The performance is over. So Sangha should be free by now.
He couldn't stop thinking about what happened the other day.
I'm Baek Sang-ah. What about you?
Even his name is pretty. He just has this glow about him. Get a grip. He's your customer. He went out of his way to invite me to his show. I should just give this to him and go. So I prepared some sushi as a way to show thanks. It's the perfect excuse to see him again. What the hell are you thinking? He's your customer. Keep it cool. You're just here to give him the sushi. Act natural. He's probably in here. Is that? I didn't realize he had a partner. Maybe this was a bad idea after all. He didn't even ask to see me. And now I've invaded his privacy.
This is peak overthinking energy. He came to say thank you, and ended up emotionally writing a whole disaster scenario in his head.
I told you to stop. Get your hands off me. Don't make me throw you out of the water.
Come on, don't be like that. Besides, I'm the only person you've got to help you.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
What the? Who the hell are you?
Didn't you hear him? He told you to stop.
I can't believe this. Did you hire this goon to get rid of me? I'm out of here.
What are you doing here?
Are you all right? I rushed in when I heard you yelling.
Ha ha ha. You look like you could kill someone with that face. Did you barge in here like that because you were worried about me?
Did I really look like that?
You're too funny. Ha 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 ha. I'm fine, but thank you. That jerk was really pushing my limits back there.
I was afraid of that. Did that guy force a kiss on you?
He kissed me because I needed him to. I'd prefer if there was a better way, but I need human fluids to turn my tail into legs. No big deal. I'll just sleep underwater tonight.
So this is the system of his world. What looks like a simple conflict actually has survival mechanics behind it.
Please. Let me help. I'd be glad to give you what you need.
Ha?
I mean, since you need your legs and all, you can use me instead of that other guy.
Something feels different about this guy's warmth. I don't mind him. All right.
And just like that, the relationship stops being accidental. This is no longer just a customer and a performer. Something is starting to form here, whether they understand it yet or not.
Hey! Don't drown on me. Breathe now.
Ah.
We'll need to do this once a day, every day. Are you up for it? Why don't I help you out at the restaurant, to even out the deal? You don't have any servers, do you?
No. I don't.
And just like that, the deal becomes a daily routine, which is usually how feelings start sneaking up on people in stories like this.
What, you're really a merman?
That's right. See? That's me.
Oh, so you perform at the aquarium, huh?
Since that kiss, Sang-a's been stopping by every day.
I'll be your server for the day.
That apron looks great on him.
And somehow, business suddenly feels a lot more alive than before. Turns out having a charming merman greeting customers is pretty effective marketing.
He even helps out at the restaurant on his days off at the aquarium.
Isn't it kind of weird for a merman to work at a seafood restaurant? Aren't merpeople supposed to have a special affinity with sea creatures?
Hello? What do you suppose merpeople eat for sustenance in the ocean?
Ah, seaweed?
That's fish food. You can't expect us to live off seaweed alone. We need something with protein. And sashimi is a staple, since we can't cook underwater.
Oh, that makes sense. So merpeople must be experts on good sashimi.
Yep. And as the expert, I recommend you try the large deluxe sashimi platter. It's so good, I can eat the entire platter by myself.
Sang-a figured out the assignment immediately. Be charming, smile a little, and casually push the most expensive item on the menu.
That'll be plenty of sashimi for 2 non-merpeople, though. But sounds great. We'll take one of those, then.
Sang-a really is amazing. He's even great with the customers.
We need a large deluxe sashimi platter out here.
Huh. Oh, right. Coming right up. Focus, focus.
Hey! You're distracted today, aren't you? You might want to look where you're cutting with that knife. Because it seems like you can't take your eyes off me.
You're just so stunning that I can't help it. I can't keep myself from staring. Not only that, but I can't stop thinking about you. Did I say too much? I don't want to scare him off.
And somehow, instead of backing away, he just confessed almost everything immediately.
So you mean? You've been thinking about me all day, huh?
It's impossible not to. Because every night after closing time, I had been helping him out. I want to hold him. pull him in even closer. But I shouldn't, considering he didn't like to be touched before. Sang-ah just needs my help. I can't go any further than that.
Why did you hesitate?
I know you don't like being touched like that. I don't want to make you uncomfortable in any way.
I've never liked feeling the heat that comes off humans. When people touched me, their hands always felt too hot. And they were too rough. But no one ever asked me how I felt. I just had to take it. That's how it always has been, but I want to touch him. I've never felt this way before. I wonder why that is. I don't understand what makes this guy different. What was his name again? Hae-beom.
Huh? Oh. He's never called me by my name before.
You look pretty uncomfortable right now. Are you sure you're holding back because of me?
It's only right that I keep my hands to myself. I'd never want to risk offending you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does that mean what I did offend you just now?
No. Please, do whatever you want with me.
This is fun. Then, it's all right for me, too. I want to know why I don't mind Hae-beom's touch. I want to know more about this guy.
Are you sure this is okay?
For the first time, Sang-ah let someone get close without fear. And Hae-beom, despite all his restraint, finally stopped holding back his feelings. Their laughter and quiet voices slowly faded into the night. And by morning, the distance between them felt smaller than ever before.
I feel like I'm on top of the world.
What's with him?
Meanwhile, everyone else is watching him walk around scary, smiling like he just won the lottery.
And it looks like I'm not the only one in a good mood. Sang-ah also looks super happy.
Hae-beom.
How are you feeling?
Never better.
I'll wait for you. He's adorable. We're having dinner together again tonight. Maybe Sang-ah will return my feelings one day. If we keep hanging out like this.
Are those people trying to avoid Hae-beom? I wish they knew what a nice guy he really is. To be fair, I guess I didn't have the best impression of him either. Wait, he's leaving? I guess he thinks he's scaring the audience. But he has a right to see the show too.
That misunderstanding keeps happening over and over. People see the face first. And the personality second.
Why is everyone cheering all of a sudden? There must be something behind me. He's telling me not to go. If he keeps being so nice, I can't help but hope that someday he'll want to be with me, too.
At this point, Hae-beom is trying very hard not to get his hopes up. But emotionally, he's already gone.
The show was amazing today, too. I couldn't take my eyes off you for a single second. How are you feeling after? I was afraid I tired you out too much.
No worries. Mere people tend to recover pretty quickly.
Now that you mention it. I was worried those marks would show during the performance. But it looks like they're gone now.
Oh, I covered them with makeup.
Really? I'm surprised it stayed on so well underwater.
I used waterproof makeup. You know, the one with the mermaid in the ad?
Oh, I've heard of it before. Honestly, I'm kind of glad the marks are still there. Last night almost felt unreal. Those marks remind me it really happened.
For Hae-beom, this still feels almost too good to be real. Like he's scared he'll wake up and lose all of it.
If you don't want them to disappear, maybe we can make more.
Wait. Not here. Someone might see us.
One thing about Sang-ah. He enjoys watching Hae-beom panic way too much.
Is that so? Then I know where we should go. Hurry and dry me off. So we can head home.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. I've never seen you this close in your mermaid form before. You caught me off guard last time, so I didn't really get to admire you properly. But your tail is really beautiful. I can't help wondering what it feels like.
You can already tell curiosity is about to get this man into trouble.
Go ahead. And touch it. I'll make an exception for you.
Really? Huh? What's this? It's covered in scales, so I can't really tell.
Hae-beom. After all this time, you still haven't figured it out? Ha ha ha.
The conversation quickly turned into complete chaos after that. And honestly, Sang-ah looked like he was enjoying every second of Hae-beom's embarrassment.
Oh. Is that what it was? I'm so sorry. Wait, Sang-ah.
Ha ha ha. Now you're soaked too. Sorry for dragging you into the pool again.
No, it was my fault too. I should be apologizing for causing trouble again. And sorry if I crossed a line earlier. I didn't mean to.
Even now, he's still more worried about accidentally upsetting Sang-ah than himself. That's probably why Sang-ah feels so comfortable around him in the first place.
Don't worry about it. I didn't mind. So have you ever been intimate with a merman before?
And just like that, the mood shifts again. From teasing and embarrassment into something a little more personal.
I didn't hesitate because I didn't want you. It's just I can't stand the idea of anyone else seeing you like this. I want you more than you know. I think I love you.
What's going on? His touch. It feels too hot. Just like when other people touch me.
And that was the moment everything changed. Because to Hae-beom, those words came from honesty. But to Sang-ah, they sounded too similar to every promise he had learned not to trust.
Sang-ah. What's wrong?
For the first time since meeting Hae-beom, that sense of comfort suddenly disappears. And neither of them understands why.
Why do I feel uncomfortable all of a sudden? I thought he was different.
What's going on?
That's the real problem. Sang-ah already started trusting him before he realized how vulnerable that made him.
No one's ever treated me with such kindness before. I guess that's why he won my trust.
Sometimes fear doesn't come from what someone does. Sometimes it comes from the fear of believing them too much. But those words weren't new to Sang-ah. He had heard promises like that before. A memory Sang-ah wanted to forget suddenly resurfaced.
Oh, I only said I loved you because I got caught up in the moment. Don't tell me you believed it. I was just trying to have my way with you out of curiosity.
Don't kid yourself, Hae-beom. You're not in love. You just want my body.
And just like that, the happiest moment Hae-beom had experienced suddenly turns into confusion. Not because his feelings changed, but because Sang-ah became afraid of what those feelings might mean.
How can you say that? You have to believe me. I meant every word I said. Really, I've never felt this way about anyone before.
What makes you think I care?
Wait. I want to be with you.
His hand. It burns. So you want to date me in exchange for your fluids, is that it?
That's not what I was trying to say. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I thought you were interested in me, too. I realize I'm the one who wants you more right now. But I hoped that eventually you'd come to feel the same way about me.
I thought I wanted him, too, but his touch seared me, just like the others. That made me come to my senses. I don't know if I can bear the pain of being touched. Not only that, but how can I learn to open up and build trust with a human again? It's no use.
Sang-ah.
Sorry, I don't intend on dating anyone. If that's what you want, you should look for someone else.
This isn't a rejection born from lack of feelings. It's fear taking over before emotions can develop further. Hae-beom sees love forming. Sang-ah sees danger repeating itself. And neither of them is fully wrong here. A few days passed. And things at the SUS shack still hadn't gone back to normal.
Excuse me. We'd like to order.
What can I get you?
All. What happened to that friendly server who worked here?
Oh, that guy. You won't be seeing him around here ever again.
Hey, aren't we late for that thing? We should get going, sorry.
The moment Sang-ah left, everything collapsed back into the image people originally had of Hae-beom. One misunderstanding was replaced by another.
How worthless am I? Not only did I scare off Sang-ah, but I scared off my only customers, too. I hate myself. Even at a time like this, all I can think about is Sang-ah. I miss him so much. All I have is this poster to look at. For a minute there, I really thought he was into me and that maybe we could evolve into something more. But it turns out we weren't even close enough to take a single picture together. But that look in his eyes. Did he really have no feelings for me at all? Did the time we spent together really mean nothing to him? I'd give anything to see him again. To talk to him again. No, I can't give up like this. I'll reach out to him first, and this time I'll try to understand his side of things better. Besides, he'll need someone to help him get his legs back. I'll go to the aquarium right now, before I chicken out. Even if Sang-ah doesn't feel the same way about me, I still want to be helpful to him in some way.
Hae-beom is not processing rejection normally. Instead of detaching, he doubles down on concern for Sang-ah. That's what makes this dynamic dangerous, but also emotionally compelling. Meanwhile, things weren't going much better at Aqualin too.
Huh? Why is the crowd so quiet today? What's wrong with Sang-ah? The manager. Where's the manager?
Do you realize what you've done? Social media is blowing up with people accusing us of parading dead merfolk in our aquarium. They are saying, I didn't pay to see a dead merman floating around. I want my money back. Do you understand what this is doing to our reputation?
I promise it won't happen again, sir.
You better make damn sure of that. I expect you to shape up and perform your best at the next show.
Yes, sir.
Get him out of my office.
Right away.
No concern for his well-being. Only performance and public image. And Sang-ah, as always, has to absorb everything alone.
I wonder how Hae-beom is faring. Why do I feel so depressed? I'm the one who pushed him away. I haven't been doing that great, myself. Could it be that I'm still into him? Ugh, get a grip, Sang-ah.
Even after pushing him away, the thoughts didn't stop. They were just buried, not gone.
Why did you stop all of a sudden? What, you have something to say to me, too? Spit it out then.
We do have a lot of catching up to do, don't we? I saw you fighting with your new boy. You don't have someone to give you fluids now, huh?
You saw me fighting? Have you been spying on me this whole time? I told you not to come near the pool ever again. Ugh, talking to you is pointless. Just take me where I need to go.
What if I don't want to?
And just like that, the situation shifts from emotional tension to real danger. This is no longer just about relationships anymore.
Aw, they cancelled it. Can't say I'm surprised. That merman looked completely out of it earlier.
Oh.
Notice. We regret to inform you that the underwater show, Dive Right In, has been cancelled for today. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience we have caused.
Strange that he's not here. Where could he have gone? He's not answering my calls either. Does he really not want to see me that badly? I hope Sang-ah is alright. They cancelled the show. I should have known something was wrong. I should just go home. Isn't that the guy from the pool? Why is he looking around like that? Wait. Isn't that Sang-ah? Did that guy just stash Sang-ah in his trunk? No. Sang-ah. Damn it. I'm not fast enough to catch that car. Taxi. Excuse me. My friend's been kidnapped.
Huh? Kidnapping? You need help kidnapping someone?
No. I mean, please help me. He's in danger.
Wait. Weren't you that shady sushi place owner?
Aren't you that cheap jerk who?
Who are you calling cheap jerk? Disrespecting me again. What makes you think I'll help you?
I'm begging you. I know I've wronged you greatly, but please. Won't you help me just this once? You don't understand. The person I love is in great danger.
Well, what are you waiting for? Hop in. You didn't have to get on your knees, you know. Fine, fine. Get in.
It's the kidnapper. Quickly. Follow that car.
Which one? That gray SUV that stopped at the stoplight.
Yes.
Got it. Hold on tight.
I'm coming, Sang-ah.
Everything escalated insanely fast here. Hae-beom went from worrying that Sang-ah was avoiding him to witnessing an actual kidnapping in broad daylight. And honestly, this entire taxi scene feels like something straight out of an action movie. Even the taxi driver sounds confused about how he got dragged into this mess. But the important thing here is that Hae-beom never hesitated for even a second. The moment he realized Sang-ah was in danger, he immediately chased after him. No overthinking. No fear. Just pure panic. And for someone who usually struggles expressing himself properly, this might be the clearest his feelings have ever sounded. The person I love is in danger. That line came out way too naturally.
That was anticlimactic. Did that guy just pull a body from his trunk? Hey! Where are you going? Shouldn't you call the police?
Meanwhile, the taxi driver is standing there realizing he somehow became part of a kidnapping rescue operation. But Hae-beom isn't thinking logically right now. He's only thinking about getting to Sang-ah as fast as possible. And honestly, seeing someone carry an unconscious body into a house is terrifying enough already.
Ugh. What is this? Where am I? Is this your house?
Well, yes. I'm trying to teach a naughty merman a lesson.
So now you've resorted to kidnapping? Do you want to rot in jail? Don't you know that's a crime?
So what if it is? No one will care if you go missing.
And this is where the situation stops feeling creepy and starts feeling genuinely dangerous. This guy doesn't even care that what he's doing is a crime. What makes it worse is how calm he sounds while saying all of it. Meanwhile, Sang-ah waking up tied inside a bathtub is actually terrifying. Especially because he immediately realizes nobody even knows where he is.
Don't worry about our boss. I'll just say you quit because you were tired of performing. Way you have been acting lately. I'm sure he'll understand.
Ouch, that burns.
Now play nice. It will be easier for you if you behave. I've helped you since your first day at the aquarium. And you repay me by seducing that gangster? I'll show you what happens when you betray me.
And there it is. This was never about helping Sang-ah. This guy feels entitled to him. The moment Sang-ah started getting closer to someone else, this turned into obsession. And honestly, calling Hae-beom that gangster is kind of funny considering Hae-beom is probably the nicest person in this entire story.
Maybe. You should have tied up my tail while you were at it.
Huh?
Sang-ah. Are you alright?
Perfect timing. Hae-beom finally catches up right as Sang-ah fights back himself. And honestly, that tail attack was deserved. But now things are about to get even more chaotic. Because Hae-beom just walked directly into the home of a man unstable enough to kidnap someone out of jealousy.
Sang-ah.
Hae-beom? How did you find me?
I followed you here in a cab. That creep was carrying a duffel bag and I saw your tail peeking out of it. I knew something was wrong. Here, let's get this tape off you first.
This won't change my mind about us, Hae-beom.
I know.
Then why?
Are you really asking me why I came to rescue you? Of course I'm gonna come save you. You're the person I love. Even if you're not my boyfriend, you can always count on me to help. I'm happy just to be able to do that. We don't have any scissors, so I used my teeth.
I thought he was going in for a kiss.
At this point, Hae-beom already knows his feelings might never be returned the same way. And yet he still came running without hesitation. He's not trying to pressure Sang-ah anymore. He just wanted to save him. And honestly, that's probably what catches Sang-ah off guard the most here. For the first time in a long while, someone is staying beside him without asking for anything in return.
Hae-beom. Behind you.
You're Sang-ah's new boy toy. I'll kill you both.
Do you think your threats scare me? You're the one who should be scared.
Tell that to my fist. Let go, damn it. Who the hell do you think you are? This is between Sang-ah and me. Stay out of this. You mean nothing to Sang-ah, you hear me? Nothing.
That may be true, but he means something to me.
That line right there says everything about Hae-beom's character. Even if Sang-ah doesn't officially belong to him, even if his feelings aren't fully returned yet, he still refuses to abandon him. Meanwhile, this stalker is so obsessed with controlling Sang-ah that he genuinely believes caring about someone gives him ownership over them.
Police, open up.
Cops? What the hell?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
No. You got the wrong guy. Arrest the guy in the blue shirt.
What? Grab them both.
Ack. You'll regret this, Sang-ah.
Yes.
Damn it. Get off me.
Are you the one who called the police? Yes. You're free to go, but we'll need you as a witness later.
Right.
The chef's mobster-like appearance instantly puts him on the police's radar, making him look like the obvious suspect even before they understand what's actually going on. And honestly, shout out to the taxi driver here. The man went from arguing over cab prices to helping stop a kidnapping in the same night. Meanwhile, Hae-beom looks like the adrenaline still hasn't worn off yet.
Phew. I'm glad they let you go. Hae-beom? Are you crying? The police just made a mistake. No need to get upset.
I was afraid that I wouldn't get here in time. You don't know how scared I was.
This is probably the first moment Sang-ah truly realizes just how deeply Hae-beom cares about him. Hae-beom isn't crying because he got mistaken for a criminal. He's crying because he thought he might lose Sang-ah before he could save him.
I don't care even if he burns me. I just want to hold him right now. It still feels hot when I touch you.
What? Am I burning you? I heard human body temperature can burn cold water fish. Is it the same for mere people?
Yeah, you feel pretty hot right now.
Then let go.
I don't want to. Maybe hot isn't the right word. He's warm. I didn't think anyone could make me feel so warm and safe. I'm sorry. That's why I pushed you away. And thanks for coming to save me even though I hurt you.
And there it is. The thing Sang-ah feared this entire time wasn't Hae-beom himself. It was the possibility of trusting someone again and getting hurt all over again. But somewhere along the way, that painful burning feeling slowly started turning into comfort instead. This is basically the moment Sang-ah finally stops running away from his feelings.
Then, is it all right now? If I touch you, is it okay?
After everything that happened, Hae-beom still asks for permission first. And honestly, that small detail probably means more to Sang-ah than anything else.
What's wrong?
My legs, they're not coming back.
And just when things finally start feeling safe between them, the story immediately drops another problem on top of them. Because apparently emotional healing wasn't stressful enough already.
I wasn't expecting any guests. Here, let me tidy up a bit.
So this is Hae-beom's house. Ha, there isn't even anything to clean. I'm sorry to trouble you so last minute.
It's no problem at all. After what you went through, I couldn't rest easy if you had to spend the night alone at the aquarium. Make yourself at home. This place didn't come with a bathtub, unfortunately. But I'll keep you nice and wet all night long.
Easy there. Being a little dry won't kill me.
Oh, that's a relief. But I wonder why your legs aren't coming back. Maybe you're getting sick. Would you like me to take you to the doctors tomorrow?
This is a first for me. But I have heard that when mere people get very anxious, no amount of human fluids can turn their tails into legs. Silly, huh? I must have been pretty scared back there. Seeing how my legs aren't coming back, even when I'm safe here with you.
I was, too. So scared, I was in tears. Still, if it's all right for me to get closer to you now. I just want to comfort you somehow. Just think of me, as a fellow comrade, marching through tough times together.
A fellow comrade?
That's right. You can rest assured, I won't be bugging you to go out with me again. So no pressure. Please feel free to use me at your disposal.
Hae-beom is clearly trying to back away from pressure completely, even if it means downplaying his own feelings. But the sincerity is still obvious. He's not leaving, just changing how he stays.
Oof. I'm getting just what I asked for, huh? Use you, alright? Are you willing to do anything to make me feel better?
Of course. I'll do anything if it makes you happy.
Then shut up and kiss me.
And just like that, the emotional distance collapses in one sentence. Sang-ah is finally the one choosing closeness instead of running from it.
Are those bruises on his gills? Sang-ah, you don't know how happy I am right now.
Me too. Happy that I can be here, together with you.
No more chasing, no more misunderstandings here. Just two people finally choosing each other in the simplest way possible.
I've gotten excited and made a mess on you by accident. Here, let me grab a towel.
Relax, I don't mind. It's my boyfriend's, after all. I think we've come way past just being comrades, don't you think?
What are you doing? Wait, I agree. But did you really have to eat that to prove your point?
This is just too fast. Look. My legs are back. Did I mention that saliva isn't the only fluid that works?
No. But that seems like a very valuable piece of information.
Wanna know something else? I'm not done with you yet. I hope you don't mind that I'm in human form now.
I want you no matter what you look like. Am I allowed to say, I love you?
That might be alright.
I love you, Sang-ah.
Me too.
What follows is a quiet moment between them where everything finally settles. After all the chaos, fear, and running around, this is where their relationship stops being uncertain and starts becoming real. A few weeks later.
Attention, please. The underwater show, Dive Right In, will begin shortly. Now, without further ado, let's meet the star of our show.
Wow. Are mere people usually dressed like this?
So this is how you repay me? By inviting me to some mermaid show? Young folks like you might enjoy this stuff, but I would have preferred a large platter of sashimi.
No need to worry, sir. I plan on treating you to a proper meal, too. And Sang-ah, my partner, is the star.
Even now, Hae-beom can't help but proudly show off Sang-ah. It's not possessive anymore, it's admiration mixed with genuine pride. Last night.
I just realized you've been completely uncovered at your shows.
You're just realizing that.
You have such an amazing body that I was distracted. But now I can't stand the idea of all those strangers looking at you.
Fine. I'll wear a wetsuit.
This is less about jealousy and more about how openly Hae-beom has started caring. He's not hiding it anymore, even if it's a little messy.
Isn't he just adorable? He normally doesn't cover up like this during the performance, but he dressed this way just for me. I can't hear his exact words, but I know what he wants to say. Because we're completely connected. As if there's no barrier between us.
Even without words, they've reached a point where understanding doesn't need explanation anymore. A few days later.
And the winner of Korea Has Talent is Ma Dae-hae. Let's give it up one more time for his rendition of Motion in the Ocean.
Just feel the motion in the ocean. Oh, let the waves take you for a ride. Feel the rhythm of the tide.
Sang-ah, have you seen this?
So?
A Merman won this season of Korea Has Talent. He's popping up everywhere these days. Commercials, TV shows, you name it. Well, as you know, business has been pretty slow lately, but things could improve. If we jump on the trend and have you perform songs during the underwater show.
You want me to do what? I'm an underwater actor, not a singer.
I don't want any attitude from you, Sang-ah. As your boss, I expect respect.
But you're being completely unreasonable.
I'm not saying you have to impress anyone. All we need is to create excitement around the aquarium, that's all.
One Merman singing contest doesn't suddenly make the rest of us singers. This is workplace harassment.
Alright, maybe I did jump to conclusions there. But you of all people should know why I'm being pushed this far. The aquarium's reputation took a huge hit because of that incident 2 months ago. There were protesters outside these doors. And people even organized boycotts against us.
But
shouldn't you take at least a little responsibility for everything that happened?
Get your facts straight. Hae-beom didn't dump me, I dumped him. Hae-beom?
Sang-ah. Are you dumping me?
No. Wait.
What? You said it, not me.
Bring Hae-beom back right now. Or you can say goodbye to your precious octopus.
No, anything but that.
The boss really lost all authority the moment the octopus got involved. 1 second he was yelling at Sang-ah. The next second he was begging him not to leave, and Hae-beom immediately thinking he got dumped made everything even funnier. The misunderstanding was finally cleared up.
Oh. So that's what happened.
I guess I should try to help out the aquarium somehow. It is partly my fault business isn't doing so badly.
I hate to say it, but the rumors really did make things worse. Especially after the kidnapping incident stopped you from performing.
Still, don't you think my boss is being ridiculous with this whole singing idea?
Well, actually, I was kind of excited to hear you sing.
But I can't sing at all.
That doesn't matter to me. I just want to know more about you. And I've never heard you sing before.
Well, I suppose I could let you hear a little bit.
You will? I'm all ears.
Ahem.
Sang-a may not be a professional singer, but he already has such a nice voice. So I'm sure anything he sings would sound good. He's so shy and modest. I feel really lucky to be with someone like him.
Unfortunately, Sang-a's singing was absolutely terrible.
Why don't we keep your singing as a private concert just for me from now on?
So that's your polite way of saying I'm a terrible singer?
Hae-beom was trying so hard to be supportive, but Sang-a's singing completely caught him off guard. Even then, he still looked genuinely impressed the entire time. He's honestly at the point where Sang-a can do no wrong in his eyes.
I prefer hearing your voice in bed, over singing.
Oh? Are you trying to flirt with me?
Forget it. I didn't mean it like that.
Ah, you didn't mean it? So don't you want to hear me now?
More than anything. You don't mind if we eat dinner a little later tonight, do you?
I like being close to Hae-beom. His hands always feel so warm. And somehow, that warmth doesn't bother me anymore. I never thought I'd say this, but being around him is starting to feel comforting.
Sang-a acting playful and teasing Hae-beom like this feels really different from how cold he used to be before. You can tell he's getting more comfortable expressing himself now. Meanwhile, Hae-beom is struggling to survive every time Sang-a says something even slightly flirty. The conversation didn't last much longer. Somewhere between laughter and silence, the rest of the night naturally shifted, and they ended up alone together as the day came to an end.
Hae-beom, you're not exactly gentle in the bedroom. You know that?
I'm sorry. You're just so handsome and cute. I can't really help myself.
It's okay. But after that, I can barely move a finger right now.
But you haven't even eaten dinner yet. We should at least wash up first. Sang-a. You must be really tired and fell asleep immediately, huh? Then let me take care of you. Come on, let's rest.
Hae-beom starts noticing something he had been ignoring for a while.
Sang-a hasn't really been resting properly lately. The only real break he had was that short time after the kidnapping incident. And even then, there wasn't much time to breathe. And on top of that, Sang-a doesn't even enjoy the singing job his boss keeps pushing onto him. It's clearly been wearing him down. Maybe a change of scenery would help. What would actually make you happy?
Hae-beom opens his phone and starts searching online. A few moments later, he finds an interview video. Hae-beom is basically trying to understand what mere people enjoy when they're not working. Instead of guessing, he starts looking for real examples he can use to plan something for Sang-a.
Mr. Ma, what do you like doing when you're not performing?
Swimming in the East Sea, that's my favorite spot.
Performing aside, how do mere people usually rest or relax?
Humans do things differently, right? But for us, swimming in the sea is everything. That's our real way of resting and enjoying life. My song isn't called Motion in the Ocean for nothing. The ocean is the best place in the world.
The idea didn't leave his mind easily. By the time the next day came around, he already had a place in mind.
Wow. I can't remember the last time I went somewhere like this. This is actually kind of exciting.
Excited about the trip? Or excited to see the ocean?
Both.
He picked this place on purpose. Not for work. Not for anything complicated. Just so Sang-a could finally breathe again.
I chose this spot because I thought you might like it. Somewhere quiet, away from everything.
It's beautiful. I don't even know why there aren't more people here.
It's a bit far from the usual tourist areas.
Really? Or did you just want alone time with me?
That was actually the main reason, yes.
Oof. Since when did you get so smooth with words?
I learned from the best.
A light silence follows. Not awkward, just calm. For once, there's no pressure. No work. No expectations. Just the sea. And the two of them finally slowing down. Hae-beom isn't just reacting to Sang-ah anymore. He's actively thinking about his well-being and exhaustion. The beach trip feels less like a random outing and more like a quiet reset for both of them. And even in small conversations, their dynamic is becoming more natural and playful instead of tense.
Hae-beom. Over here.
It looks like he's having a great time. I'm so glad we came all this way. Since mer people are from the ocean, I wonder if Sang-ah would be happier living by the sea. They're making unreasonable demands at the aquarium. And there was that kidnapping incident too. I heard mer people live in groups somewhere deep in the ocean. Sang-ah might feel safer and more comfortable in a place like that. But he wouldn't be able to take me with him.
This is probably the first time Hae-beom seriously considers what kind of life Sang-ah actually wants outside of the aquarium. The beach trip started as a way to help him relax, but now it's turning into something much deeper.
What are you waiting for? The water feels great.
Oh. I was just taking some pictures of you. I've never seen you swim in the ocean before. I wanted to remember every moment of our trip together.
Then we should take pictures together. Don't just take them of me.
I look terrible in this picture.
Hee hee, we can erase it and take another one, silly.
No. But this picture has you in it. I couldn't possibly erase it.
Hae-beom treating every picture like a treasure is honestly one of the clearest signs that he's completely attached already.
We can take more pictures later. Come join me in the water. I want to swim in the ocean with you.
I might not be able to breathe underwater. But I'd follow Sang-ah anywhere if he asked me.
The scary part is that Hae-beom probably means that literally. At this point, he'd follow Sang-ah anywhere without even thinking twice about it.
Thank you for bringing me here. It's nice to see the ocean after so long.
How long has it been?
Around 3 years, I think. I haven't been able to go on a trip like this since I started performing at the aquarium.
It's been that long? Why?
Well, work keeps me busy. And the ocean is pretty far from the city. It's not easy to travel when you don't always have your legs.
The more Sang-ah talks about his life, the more obvious it becomes how isolated he's been for years. He acts calm about it, but he's been carrying a lot more exhaustion than he lets people see.
Have you considered moving back to your home in the sea? Most mer people live underwater, right? It just seems like living on land has been a difficult experience for you.
If I had given up and gone home, I never would have met you. And even if I did go back, I'd miss Starbucks. Living underwater. You feel cut off from civilization, you know? The closest thing they have to a decent sandwich down there are these wraps. There's a reason they don't sell those on land.
The conversation suddenly becoming about sandwiches right after an emotional confession feels extremely on brand for Sang-ah.
I see.
Besides, wouldn't you be alone? You can't even erase a picture of me. How would you survive if I went back to the sea?
I wouldn't be able to be without you either. You've become such a big part of my life that it would be impossible to remove you from it.
This might honestly be the closest either of them has come to openly confessing how dependent they've become on each other emotionally.
I don't know what to say. Sang-ah, Wait. We shouldn't do this out here.
Why not? Isn't it just the two of us on this beach?
Yes, but what if someone walks by and sees us?
No one will see us if we keep our heads down. Even if someone passes by, they'll just think we're swimming. We'll be fine as long as we stay quiet.
Are we really going to do that out here?
The quiet beach atmosphere didn't exactly stay calm for very long after that. One thing led to another, and the two of them completely forgot where they were for a while.
I can't get enough of you. I love you so much, Sang-ah.
Is there someone over there? I could have sworn I heard someone yelling. Huh?
The timing could not have been worse. They went from intimate encounter, emotional confessions, straight into full panic mode in seconds.
Ah. To be honest, I was a little worried earlier. I was wondering what would happen if you ever decided to go back to the ocean. No matter what you decide. You're here with me now, and that's enough for me.
But if I chose to do that, shouldn't you beg me not to go?
I don't want to pressure you into doing something you don't want. I'd much prefer to follow your lead. Wherever you end up going, I'd be happy to follow you there. Even into the ocean, just like earlier.
Well, let's stay together on land for now.
Hae-beom's answer says a lot about his personality. Even when he's scared of losing Sang-ah, his first instinct is still to support whatever choice would make Sang-ah happiest.
What should we grab for dinner?
This area is known for their sushi. But you have so much of it every day. Maybe you wanted to try something different?
I'm always down for sushi, though. Yours is the best, of course. But I bet it'd be nice to have someone else prepare your food for a change.
All right. I'm sure there are a lot of decent places around here. Hey, I've heard of this restaurant. All the reviews were raves.
Great, it's decided then.
Oh. What's this place doing here?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Maybe we should go try the street markets instead.
Hey, the owner of this place has a tattoo just like yours. Actually, he even looks a lot like you. Hae-beom. Is he your?
Wait, I can explain.
Hae-beom, you good for nothing. Aren't you going to say hello to your own father?
Hae-beom. Is this your hometown?
I didn't intend to hide it at first. I just didn't want to make you uncomfortable. My parents' restaurant used to be downtown, but they must have relocated without telling me.
Did you think not telling me would make things any less uncomfortable?
I'm sorry.
What are you doing here instead of running your restaurant? Don't tell me you've given up already.
No, I just closed up for the day.
Is that what I taught you? To close shop on a weekday?
Well, I don't usually.
You don't know the first thing about work ethic. Do you think running a restaurant means closing up whenever you feel like it?
But I had to do something really important.
Important, my ass. I know you've been off gallivanting around like some tourist. If that's all you plan to do, the least you could have done is stop by to say hello to your mother and me.
But Dad, this is more important to me right now.
But Hae-beom was just trying to make me feel better.
Are you too?
Oh, for goodness sake. Let the boys eat their dinner. And who cares if Hae-beom takes a day off? Go make yourself useful and start taking some orders. Hae-beom's never brought home a friend before. What's your name?
Baek Sang-ah. It's very nice to meet you.
Look how handsome you are. So what is it that you do?
I perform at an underwater show as a merman.
Oh my. You're really a merman?
Yes.
Mom, please.
Then do you know Ma Dae-hae?
What? Mom.
Sang-ah is a merman too. And an actor, no less. Is it so wrong to think he might know someone else in the entertainment business?
Actors and singers are not exactly in the same field, Mom. Sang-a's got a lot more going for him than that pretty boy Ma-dae-hae, if you ask me.
Didn't I tell you to go take orders?
Yes, ma'am.
Goodness, I didn't mean to distract you from your dinner too. Please, don't mind me. Remember to call us every now and then, Hae-beom. Come visit again.
I'm sorry for putting you through all that.
It was an unexpected turn of events, but I had fun. It feels like I got to know you better. You'd like to meet my family next time?
I'd love to. At any rate, I really am sorry for making you meet my parents without any warning.
It's all right. I realized something thanks to them.
They made you realize something?
Yeah. I'm an actor. That's who I am.
Hae-beom was probably more nervous during that family meeting than he was during the entire beach trip. Meanwhile, Sang-a adapted to the situation way faster than expected. Instead of getting overwhelmed, he ended up fitting into the chaos of Hae-beom's family surprisingly well. And honestly, Hae-beom's mom immediately treating Sang-a like family was one of the warmest moments in the entire story. Seaside Storytime with a real-life merman.
This is the story of a crab who was whisked away to a fish market. Once upon a time, there lived a baby crab that was curious about the world outside the ocean. The human boy cried out, "Run away as fast as you can, baby crab. Thanks for everything, my little human friend. Even though I live in the ocean, and you live on land, I'll come to see you every day."
A fully grown crab playing the role of the baby crab. Sang-a really knows how to commit to a role, huh?
He really does. I guess you heard Sang-a sing too. It wasn't exactly what you had in mind, was it?
Well, no. But I heard you gave him the idea for this performance instead. I can't thank you enough.
I can't take credit for that. All I've done is offer Sang-a my support. But that's the most important thing. Staying by someone's side through thick and thin.
Yeah. I guess that's true.
So what did you think? Pretty good, right?
You put on a great show. I bet you're starving. I packed some food for us. Why don't we go?
You're wrong. Mer people do have legs. I've seen them.
No way. You're lying.
Hey mister, mer people have legs too, don't they?
Of course they do. It's true. Mer people get their legs when they fall in love.
And that's where Hooked and Cooked comes to an end. From awkward first meetings to quiet moments by the ocean, Hae-beom and Sang-a really gave us a story that felt warm, chaotic, and surprisingly emotional all the way through. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this series, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for more cinematic BL stories and manhwa adaptations. See you in the next story.